Thanks, Riaz. It's been another night of violence in Surrey. Police are now investigating an early morning shooting that happened inside a Guildford convenience store. Greg Harper is in Surrey with the very latest on this. Greg?
Good morning, Jody. This shooting happened just behind me inside the Mac store here, which is on 152nd and 100th in Surrey. It happened around 11:30 last night. I spoke to the clerk who was working at the time it happened. He heard the gunshot, one shot. He knew exactly what it was. He immediately called 911 and stayed where he was until police arrived. And when they did, they found a man lying on the floor inside the store. He was bleeding. However, he was conscious when he was taken to Royal Columbian Hospital. The suspect has he fled on foot, and so far no arrest has been made. Police are saying that this was a targeted shooting, but it's unclear if the victim is known to police, and we're not sure the condition of the victim as well. The police tape has since been taken down, but for a while there was a large pickup truck that was surrounded by police tape. That has since been towed away, and as a part of this investigation, the investigation continues. Jody?
All right, we will stay tuned for more information from your location. Thanks. Greg Harper reporting live from Surrey this morning. A man is recovering in hospital after being shot at the Cactus Club restaurant across from Metrotown in Burnaby. The victim was shot just before 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon while he was dining at the restaurant on Kingsway. RCMP say the shooter got away on foot. No weapon was found at the scene. Police say this was targeted, but aren't yet commenting if they believe the violence is gang-related. Nearby residents are alarmed that the shooting occurred in broad daylight.
It's not uncommon in the mornings to turn on the radio and hear that there's been another shooting somewhere. This is just unusual that it's happening during the day.
Police are investigating another suspicious death in Surrey. The body of a 41-year-old woman was found at a home on 115th Avenue near Bedford Drive. Surrey RCMP and the BC Coroner's Service are trying to figure out the exact cause of the woman's death. But the home was known to police. The woman's name is not being released, and police say no arrests have yet been made. Police are looking for a mental patient missing from a facility in Port Coquitlam. RCMP say Cao Te Fan is reported to have left the Forensic Coast cottages at Riverview without permission. The 51-year-old is now wanted on a Canada-wide warrant for being unlawfully at large. He's 5 feet tall, walks with a limp, and is missing his index and middle fingers on his right hand. If you see him, do not approach him. Call 911. 2 men are in custody after getting arrested at gunpoint near the Oak Street Bridge. The pair are both apparently Canadian and were reportedly stopped briefly at the border before taking off. RCMP spotted their vehicle northbound on Highway 99, but it wasn't until they were on the south end of the bridge when officers were able to finally stop and surround it. There were several bags found in the vehicle with an unknown substance. Police are now waiting to find out what's in those bags before recommending any charges. A Delta man who allegedly went on a crime spree across 3 cities earlier this week remains in police custody after making a brief court appearance. Jonathan LeBlanc faces 16 charges, including robbery and aggravated assault relating to a series of carjackings, stabbings, and collisions, all within a 5-hour period on Sunday night. Police say the 30-year-old injured 6 people in his violent, high-speed crime spree that began in Richmond, continued in Vancouver, and ended in Surrey. LeBlanc is due to make his next court appearance by video this morning. Temperatures are slowly warming up in eastern Canada, but airports are still having a tough time playing catch-up from this week's delays, cancellations because of the cold weather. A number of flights from Vancouver to Toronto were either delayed or canceled yesterday as Pearson Airport had a ground freeze on all North American arrivals. There's still a couple of delays and cancellations this morning, so passengers are advised to check their flight status before heading to YVR. It's a little warmer in Toronto today, hovering around -25. The ground freeze has been lifted at Pearson, but there are still delays and cancellations. Airlines are warning travelers it could be days before the backlog is cleared as they struggle to get the planes in place to resume normal schedules. All right, it is just coming up on 6:35. Let's get you up to speed on the world of sports. Over to the Sportsnet studios we go, and James Cebulski.